All right, full disclaimer, I haven't seen this whole Kevin Samuels clip yet, but from the first few seconds, I knew we were in for something wild. So I paused it, hit record, and here we are. Welcome to Mental Groove. If you're into unfiltered reactions and real talk, go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe if you're new, and let's see where this goes.
Hi.
Hello, how are you?
Good. How are you?
I am well. How old are you?
I'm 27.
Have you been on here before?
I haven't. No, it's my
All right,
first time.
27. So we're
Yeah.
going to talk about, I'm turning off the comments so y'all don't get locked in there. You got to keep the phone steady. We're talking about modern women approaching the dating environment from a standpoint of either fear or laziness or this whole virtual dating thing. What do you want to approach?
Um, I think the whole dating thing, like, I've been honestly like trying to flirt more. I actually watched your
Okay.
video,
The
the
shoot the
YouTube
shot
video you
video?
had. Yes, that was super funny and I liked that video. So I've been trying to actually like flirt more and communicate more because I'm not really communicative and I need to work on
Mhm.
it more.
Well, what do you want as an outcome? What do you want?
I want a family. And
Okay.
I feel like a lot of men my age are not looking for that right now. I'm
Okay.
looking for a foundation to to grow. I
You
do
want a
have a daughter.
family? Do you want a family? Do you want a husband?
I do want a husband. Yeah.
Okay, but
But
you have
then
a daughter. How
sometimes
old
I
is your
feel like
daughter?
I'm too young
How did you too young for what?
for a husband.
27.
Yeah.
Okay, how old should you be before you get married?
I mean, I feel like there's no age limit, but that's just me being like me thinking like I'm too young.
Okay, so how old is it? How old would be not too young?
I would say 30,
Hmm.
20, 20, at least 28, 30.
When is your birthday? What month?
June 26, 1994.
Okay, so you'll be 28 in 8 months, 9 months.
Yeah.
So if we took your model back when the average human being used to live to be about 35 or 40 years old, the human race would have died out if women waited to that late.
Mm. And I honestly
How old
was
is your
watching
daughter?
your
How old is
video.
your daughter? How old is your daughter?
She's 3.
Okay, why didn't you marry her father?
Domestic violence, and now I'm just like he's like
Were the
in and out of our life, and
okay?
so now I'm
Were the
just kind
police
of
involved?
police was not involved.
And I don't want to hear it.
You don't want to hear it? Okay.
Nope, nope.
Okay.
I don't let women come on. I don't. I mean, I'm not saying it's true or false, but in my line of work, I hear women say so much stuff, and if it's a justification, I'm just wondering why no police reports are filed,
I
especially when the
understand.
children are involved. So let's just move on. Um,
Yeah.
you guys are together how long?
We were together for 3 years.
So and then, yeah, so it's fair to say if domestic violence was involved, when did it start? Month when? It went like from day one and you stayed in it for 3 years? See why I don't
Yeah.
listen?
Like
This is why I
not
don't
day one.
listen. Thank you. Okay, move forward. This is why I don't just listen because when women say this,
Yeah,
they
let's
tend to
move
have been in a
forward
long term
because I'm honestly
relationship.
trying to.
I'm talking to the audience at this point because when women say this, I need people to understand because a lot of women get upset that I don't pay attention. But I'm like, well, if you're going to say that, why are you involved so long and why are there none of this? That's what I'm telling the audience. But move forward. 27 is not too young for marriage, especially when you're a mother. 30 is
So
30
how?
is 30 is old for marriage, honestly. It's old.
So I'm looking for some. I'm looking. I think I'm looking, but I'm a little bit too picky at the same time. But I feel like
Okay. Did you go to
um,
college?
I did go. I did some college. I'm trying to go back into school
But you
next
didn't finish. You didn't
semester.
finish
I didn't
college.
finish. No, no.
When you finished, what would your degree be in?
digital media production.
Is that an associate or a bachelor?
It's associates.
Okay. So I'm gonna say something, and I don't want you to get offended.
Okay.
Where do you get off being picky at a 27-year-old baby mama with not even an associate's degree? Why do you get to be picky? I mean, it's a fair question.
Well, I am a 5'11" woman. I'm tall. So it's hard to find tall men. And
But
so
you're a
when it
baby
comes,
mama. You're a high school graduate and a baby mama. Why do you get to be picky? I mean, if I switched this up and I said, okay, there's a guy, he's a high school graduate, and he got a kid, and he's talking about he wants to be picky. Women be like, I mean, picky based on what? Height, income, looks, what?
I don't mind the income. It's more height, sometimes looks, just depending. I honestly have been like lowering myself, you know, and it's
How
just
tall
like,
was your child's father?
huh?
How tall was your child's father?
We were like the same height. So when I would put on heels and stuff, I'll be a little bit taller than him, but
I'm entertaining this, man, because I'm showing that modern women, you don't pick, y'all simply don't know how to pick a man.
it's
Everything
hard.
you talk, no, it's not hard. You're just unqualified. Y'all pick men based upon your feelings. Everything
That's,
you've
you're
talked
right.
about,
You're
excuse me,
being
hold on. Everything you've talked about is superficial. His height, his looks. Well, you picked a man that was height appropriate and he looked appropriate. You said there was domestic violence. And you had a baby for him. You gave a man the highest honor you can give a man on the planet, and you picked poorly by your standards. So, as you go into the dating market, you got to understand you have no leverage to be picky about anything. Because I'm gonna ask you a question: what do you have to offer a man that you want, that he wants, that you haven't already given to another man?
Well, you got me there. That I haven't already given to another man. Yeah, everything I feel like I have given to my ex, like I feel like I can give to.
Right. So why should a man in your future, when you're older and more used on the market, why should he pay a higher price? What product on the market increases in value with age and use?
Um, what increases in market age and
Increases in value with age and use. So as it gets older and more used, what product on the market increases in value?
I have no clue. I can't. Oh,
What do you think? Anything?
I think increases in value. Um, I would say I don't know. I don't want to say the wrong
So
thing.
why do so no so say any do you think anything does? Do you think anything increases
Mm,
with value with age and use? It's not a trick question.
uh, I don't know, Kevin. I don't know. I
Well,
don't know.
you have to know because you women all seem to think you get more valuable the older and more use on you. Then I ask you a simple market question, and it's like you don't know. Well, that's how women like yourself go into the market. I'm older, and I have more use on me, but I think because I'm getting older, and because I do more for myself, I make more money year over year. I have more experiences. I am more valuable. No, you're more used. And nothing on the market as a product gains value with age and use. So people try to say, well, wine. No, wine doesn't gain value with use, it becomes urine. Age, nothing gains more value. So when you say I'm too picky, as a product, you're going out to the sexual marketplace used with evidence. And you're looking
I'm
for a
honestly been
step.
celibate for like a year
Doesn't
almost.
matter if you're celibate or not. You have a
Okay.
full human being coming with you. So you're looking for a stepfather. So when I ask you, right, wrong, or indifferent, picky or not, what do you have to offer the man that you want? What he wants that you haven't already given to somebody else? And there's nothing. The point of doing all this is to humble you, ladies, because y'all expect ridiculous stuff. So why should somebody? Okay, when you say you feel young for marriage, all right. What would a husband get with you as a wife?
With me as a wife, I'm actually working on that now. Like in my home now, I'm just trying to be more of not as lazy as you would say, like cleaning, cooking, washing dishes, taking care of my child.
You're 27.
More
What state do you live in?
San Diego, California.
Man, it's 8:30. It's not even 9 o'clock. You're laying in bed.
I'm about to go out. I'm about to get ready and go out.
Okay, and I'm gonna just say, man, it's Thursday night.
Yes.
Where's your
But
daughter?
I don't go out often. I don't be
Where's
going
your
out that.
daughter?
She's with my grandmother. I have my daughter all the time, like 7 days a week.
As
You
you
know,
should.
sometimes I just want to
No, no,
like
ma'am.
I'm trying
No,
to
no, no, no.
practice my
No,
flirting
no.
right
See,
now. So
no,
I'm
no,
going out.
no. What I need, what I see, I need. I hear what you're saying, but what I need you ladies to understand, this is what you signed up for.
Right.
You ladies are not serious women. It's like you have
I'm trying.
babies. No, you okay. I'm just wrapping my head around the fact you say I'm trying not to be lazy. And I'm like, a lazy single mama?
Yeah.
You flirt and shoot your shot. Cool. I'm just gonna pull it all the way down home. What is a man getting that's gonna be an asset to him?
Mm. I feel like I'm working on that now.
So he's supposed to just marry you.
So that's why I feel like I'm young right now. I'm too young right now because I feel like I'm still working on
When do
being
you plan on growing? When do you plan on growing up?
right now.
But you got a 3-year-old man.
I know. I'm doing it right now, Kevin. Like I'm doing it right now.
Hmm.
I'm
Okay.
doing it right now.
So have you sat down and had any professional counseling or therapy?
No.
Then you're not doing anything. You're really
So
not, man. I'm trying to give you the benefit of the doubt, man. But what I'm really getting is an entitled, lazy baby mama who's walking through life like it's a joke with a high school diploma. Because you say I'm doing it, and I'm like, well, what are you doing? Who is in charge of this process with you? Because your best thinking got you here. This is why I always say therapy. You need somebody to help you because you and your best thinking got you right here. But here's the sense of urgency. You got a whole human being that's reliant on you. And if honestly, man, I would be a little concerned with the kind of light-hearted mindset you have because whatever man you bring into your life is going to be around your child. And women who move like you do are generally more worried about their own short-term personal happiness, other than realizing that every time you deal with a man, you're looking for not a boyfriend, not a husband, you're looking for a stepfather. And here's the hardcore reality. You don't get higher than your baby daddy. That's the upper limit. For most women, for the vast majority of women, I'm going to say 99.999, your baby daddy is as high as you get.
So
Because,
you think I should like work it out with my baby father?
well, I will say this, that you chose to lay down with this man and give him the highest honor in the world. If the world were right, you guys would have had to be married and get out of the dating environment. I don't think it's fair for a man who's single and no children to have to deal with a woman like yourself. I think you guys made a family. And, ma'am, it's been my experience that women come in saying, these issues happen. Y'all give as good as y'all get. As I've been actually on that side. I mean, where I listen to y'all give as good as you get, especially if there's no police reports. And if he's in and out of your life right now,
But
right?
right now, he actually needs um a green card to stay here, so he actually needs to get married. So I'm in the step of like, I don't know if I want to do this or if like
Mm-hmm.
I want to go
Well,
the
you made
next
a baby
route.
with him. You made a baby with him. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, the way I look at math is the first guy you had sex with was husband number one, and every man you had a baby with was a husband number two. So you've already got two husbands. So I want you guys to remember when she said DV, she's still talking about this man as he's in her life and he needs a green card. This is why I just don't believe all women, because there's always more. Man, I have to say that because I have critics who will hear what you said and they'll
But
just
like you
believe
said,
you.
he's not
I need
even
you to
being
stop.
nice
Hold
to
on. I
me.
need you to stop right here. I have critics and detractors who will believe that and they won't listen to this part of the interview and realize that, well, damn, she's still interacting with this guy to the point to
No,
where she knows what he. Ma'am, you're interacting with this man because you know what he needs. If he was really what when I hear that kind of stuff, I'm thinking about women who need to be. You need protective orders and police. You have to have supervised visitation with your daughter. That's when I hear you talk about I'm no longer with this man because of that. That's what I'm wanting to hear, not the stuff most of you ladies talk about.
I understand.
I mean, it's her father.
Yeah.
When's the last time? How long have you guys been apart?
Like a year, like a year and like months.
And where is he at? Is he in another state?
He's in Los Angeles, but he hasn't saw my daughter since February, and
My daughter.
yeah, he haven't.
my
He
my
hasn't.
my daughter. My daughter.
I'm sorry, but it's just like I mean,
Uh,
I
it's
don't
not
mean
my
it in
daughter.
that way.
But it is, but see, it's though that, and that's what's called a Freudian slip. Whether you mean it that way or not, you guys don't look at it that way. And because we have accepted baby mama culture, y'all can have kids with men who shouldn't be fathers, and then expect men in the world to have to clean up the mess.
I
Anybody
honestly
who's, I
like.
mean, listen, I need you to understand what I'm about to say, and I know you might not like it, but a man who comes into your life will be cleaning up another man's mess. Because at this point, man, you saying I'm trying to work on it and this and that. At this point, you're not an asset to yourself. You're ready to go out. You're not talking like a woman who wants to have a family and wants to build anything. Like, you're talking about somebody who wants to have fun and enjoy life. Adult life is boring. It's routine. Is that really what you want to have? Boring routine? You ready for just plain vanilla for the rest of your life? Huh?
I mean, like I feel like I
Yes,
can have
yes or
fun.
no. Are you ready for plain vanilla, boring routine for the next 27 for the next 57, 60 years?
I don't know,
Thank you.
Kevin.
No, well, yeah, you do. And see, long pauses are answers. So my suggestion is you actually sit down with a professional and work all these things that are going on in your head. But I'm more concerned that you have a daughter who's 3, and when I hear
Was
I got to
diagnosed with
go,
cancer.
huh?
My daughter was diagnosed with cancer when she was 1 year old in 2019. So I went
I'm a,
got
okay. I don't. Okay, I'm a cancer survivor. I don't know what that's supposed to do.
oh, I'm so happy. I'm
When I hear a mother talk about trying not to be lazy, I
I,
don't think that didn't help you.
okay.
That I mean, I don't. So I tried to stop you because when y'all try to tell, hey, how you how you gonna be a lazy
I'm
mother
working on my discipline. I guess that's what I can say.
with a cancer with a okay. But I need you to understand what the world just heard. I'm a 27-year-old mother of a 3-year-old who I say I'm not with the father because of domestic violence. But on this Thursday night, I'm working on my discipline and not being lazy and all this other kind of stuff. But I'm getting ready to go out because my cancer survivor daughter is with my grandmother. Holy shit, that sounds bad.
You're making it sound bad. Yes.
It's the truth. You have a 3-year-old who's a cancer survivor, and you're about to go out and put her off on not your mother, but your mother's mother. That's not her job.
Mm-hmm.
You gave up all that when you decided to be somebody's mother. Or is that not how it works in your mind?
No, that's how it works in my mind. I guess I am, I don't, I mean, I'm just, I don't know. That's just how
A carefree
I
person.
take care of
You're a
my
carefree
daughter. That's
person.
all I'm,
You know your daughter is surviving. And see, here's why I'm being hard on this. I need my critics and detractors to understand this woman has done no work. You have done any personal work, any personal therapy. See, the way it works on this side is you don't deserve to go out and have fun yet. You need to do the work. You don't want to eat dessert before you eat your meal. You haven't done anything. So when you say my daughter is a cancer survivor, I'm like, she's only 3. The women I know who are mothers would be holding their child so close to them and cherishing everything. No one would get close. That's how a mother would be. I'm not putting that off on my grandma. Would have to come see my baby. We're still lucky she's here. Versus, hey, take your granddaughter while I go turn up. This is why a lot of women get upset with me when I say that I think single mothers are home wreckers. You should be with the fathers because that man chose you and you chose him. Y'all should be with each other. A man with single with no children does not need to be dealing with this. And if you were, and or vice versa, did any of that get through?
yes, it did get through, but I'm just trying to figure out, like, you're saying, like, I should do therapy and just work on myself right now
Yes,
in this time.
yes. Because I have bad news for you. Okay.
I don't want the bad news.
Well, life. Here's the bad news. Here's life, ma'am. When you decided to become a single mother, you effectively gave up dating. That's how the world should be. You decide to have a child, you should not go out with another man until that child's out of your house. Because you're supposed to be a wife. You're supposed to raise a child. You're not supposed to have a baby and then pawn it off to your mother, your grandmother, or to anybody who'd be willing to sit your kid overnight while you go kick it. Having a child is serious. It's supposed to be. So if you honestly, if the world was serious and if there was, imagine this was a law. Imagine just to Thanos snap it. The world, imagine it was a law and said, all right, if you have a child out of wedlock, You are legally not allowed to date until your child graduates high school. Legally not allowed. You can go to jail for 50 years if caught out on a date. No parole, no second chance. If you're caught out on the date, you can go to jail for 50 years. Okay? That's this world. Would you be dating?
No.
Would you have had a child out of wedlock?
No.
Thank you. There's no that's the problem. It's not that they don't understand. There are no consequences. They can go have babies who can be cancer survivors, and then they can just go pawn them off to everybody and still worry about working on me. And you've said it. You're not doing any work on you. You're not doing anything. You don't have a college degree. You're not in therapy. So what work are you doing?
I work out daily.
Okay.
That keeps my mind and myself to like just keep going. I watch a lot of sermons. I'm really spiritual. Like I'm really into God and Jesus Christ. So just doing those things daily
You're
and
into
just keeping
God
my
and
mind
Jesus.
right is
Hold on. I grew up in the church, man.
uh-huh.
I think you might want to back out of that with me.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I
I
do
don't think
watch sermons daily. Like I do.
sermons aren't doing anything for your mental state.
Uh-huh.
I'm not worried. I'm not talking about your spiritual state. I'm talking about your mental state.
Yes.
And see, this is another problem in the black community. I talk about it often. The church is not doing these women any good because the church that I grew up in would have told you, you need help.
Mm-hmm.
It would have just kept telling you that God is digital Santa Claus, cosmic Santa Claus, and it's all going to be all right.
Mm-hmm.
But if sermons, okay, what about sin, pride, vanity? Are you living a sinful life?
Am I living a sinful life? I would say, yeah, probably. Yeah.
Where in the Bible do the mothers give their kids to their grandma while they go out? Yeah, that's a big problem for me. I got a problem with that. I'm not gonna lie. I got a problem with that. I got a problem that you ladies are willing to. Your grandmother is your mother's mother.
Yes. Well, that's
How old is
because
she?
my mother and my father are not currently in San Diego.
But
So
that's not your mother or your father's responsibility. But how old is your grandmother?
she's she's in her like 80s right now. I mean, I'm happy like you're actually talking to me about this because I would never know like if this is not okay or not.
An 80-year-old woman with a 3-year-old. I gotta ask them, what is so goddamn important that you got to get out to drop a 3-year-old with an 80-year-old?
Honestly, nothing. I was honestly just trying to go out and like, I haven't been
Blow off steam.
yeah, I mean, just go out. I haven't been out in a while, so I'm
And
like,
and that's what I need you to understand. The mindset that says I can just work out, watch some sermons, and then I can go out because I deserve to blow off some steam. See, what you guys do is you tell yourself these stories. I'm a young single mother. I survived domestic violence. My baby had cancer and I survived that. I'm doing the best I can and I deserve a break. It's too much pressure. That's bullshit. That's a victim queen narrative. And I'm thinking of an 80-year-old woman. And that's just wrong.
Okay. Well,
It's just wrong. It's
okay.
just wrong, man. It's just wrong. I'm being honest. It's wrong on so many levels. If you want to go out, you should at least be able to pay a sitter. But to go put your 80-plus-year-old grandmother,
Okay.
are you paying her? Hell no. Is she going to keep the baby overnight?
Um, I was planning to pick her up.
After the club closes
Yes.
in
But
California?
now you got me skeptical. I might not even go out to the club.
But the club closes at what time in California? 2?
Yeah.
So you're going to go over to your 80-plus-year-old grandmother's house and pick up your 3-year-old after 2 o'clock in the morning and commute your child,
Well,
cancer surviving 3-year-old. Where are they going to go? How are they going to get home? You're going to pick her up. You're going to,
if it was like 12, then I would pick her up. But if it's like after 12, then she's staying the night.
I'm sorry. Midnight. That's the cutoff for the 83-year-old. Man, you know these people eat at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. It don't matter if it's midnight or 2 o'clock. That didn't make it any better. But that just shows how disconnected this is.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm talking to you because this is how so many of our young women, y'all are just living life on easy mode, on fun mode, not thinking about anybody else. That's an 80-plus-year-old woman. She is in the twilight of her life. She should not, if something were to happen to your daughter, she's not physically capable of getting down there with a 3-year-old. There's no way in hell I would have done anything this
I
reckless.
mean, I think she would tell you, like, I can do whatever I want. Da, 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 da.
I
That's
don't
how
give a
I saw
shit
her
what she
face.
would tell you. She's 80.
Mm-hmm.
But I want you to understand that before this conversation, and I don't buy that if it's after midnight. No, because you're going to be drinking. Are you driving or are you Ubering?
I'm driving.
So you're going to drink.
Yeah, I
Go
don't
pick
drink
your
too
dog.
much, but I
You're
do
going to
drink.
drink. You're going to drink. So you're going to go pick your daughter up after a night of partying and drinking. I couldn't come in my mother's home after midnight. Grown damn man. I'm 52 years old and I still would not come in my mother's home after a certain hour. I'll get a hotel before I cross my mother's doorstep. I graduated fifth in my class. Scholarships, everything else. My mother had one rule for me: you come back to my home the same day you left it. I was a senior in high school, worked a part-time job, drum major of the band, honor roll, dean's list, scholarship, national merit scholar. I had an 11:30 curfew. One night I was able to break it, my prom night. I didn't know what to do. I thought it was weird. I'm a grown damn man, and I would not come in my mother's house after a certain hour to this day because I have respect. So I don't understand how, well, I do understand because we've lost all respect. You're the mother, and you don't see any problem with the age of your grandmother, your health situation of your child, the logistics of what you're talking about. You're going out partying, socializing, drinking. You're going to wake the kid up to put her in the car to get her home.
No.
I know how this works, man. I've had a child. The child is not going to be comatose. You're going to carry her?
No, I'm just gonna go straight home, Kevin. I'm gonna go
No,
straight.
no. But before you'd have to go pick her up. Is she still small enough to where you can carry her sleeping weight?
Yes, but she is heavy.
Right. And then you have to carry her sleeping weight. Is she still in the car seat?
Yes.
How many do you have? Two-seater, four-seater, two-door, four-door, what?
I have like a four door.
All right. So you have to put this child in car seat, sleeping weight, while you've been out partying, drinking. Then you got to unload this child. Take her back to the apartment. You live upstairs, downstairs, what?
I live 3 flights upstairs.
Uh-huh. No elevator.
No elevator.
So you're going to wake that child up to walk the three stairs. I'm not a
No,
fool.
I'll
You're going to
leave you.
wake that. You're going to wake that child up three. You're not going to carry that child up 3 flights of stairs.
I carry her. I carry her.
Okay. You're not going to wake that child up to float up 3 flights of stairs after a night of hanging out and drinking. You're not going to do that. You're going to wake the child up. Anybody, mothers, co-sign with this, mothers. 3 flights, is in California, they don't have elevators. You, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You're going to wake that child up because you're lazy. Wake up,
Kevin, no,
baby.
I'm
Wake
gonna.
up, wake
I
up,
will wake
baby.
her
Wake
up.
up, baby. Wake up, baby. We're home. I'm on the wake up. Wake up, baby. We're home. I can't carry you. Your mama's big girl. Wake up. I don't wanna. Then you gotta wake. Then she gotta wake up, open the door, and go take her to her room, put her back in bed.
If you say it, yeah. I mean, like, I don't do that like often, but it
It
if
should
I
never be
had to,
done. It should
huh?
never be done. It should not often. It should never be done.
Yeah, I don't.
See, it shouldn't be done because you should be a
I don't think
married
I've
woman. See, the
ever
way it
like
should be.
did that.
Well, you should. This shouldn't even be a conversation because what's supposed to happen is at 27 years old, you're supposed to have been dealing with a man who was marriage quality, and you decide to have a baby after you get married. So you have a husband during your pregnancy. So anytime, so while the child is a newborn or whatever, you got two adults caring for their children, their child. So when mama does need a break at 3, daddy is available for you to go out with your girlfriends, but you still need to have your ass at home before midnight. And you
See,
coming
my
back home
ex,
to
he
your
wouldn't even
hug.
let me go out with my girlfriends.
No, ex, you picked him. You picked him. I said husband, not boyfriend, not ex. I said husband. But you sound like you probably picked somebody who mirrored you. Y'all probably were a good match. Because he picked you to be his BM.
Mm-hmm.
But my point is, it's not about you at this point. It's about the kid. So you may not like the way I told the story, but that's what it is. You're dropping the kid off at an 80-year-old woman's house. You ain't paying her. Just because it's Thursday. And we got here because you said you want to be married, you want to have a kid, build a family.
But now
No
I'm
man.
thinking like I gotta wait till she 18 to start dating again.
Her age ain't the problem. Your age is. Your mental age. Your maturity is the problem.
Okay.
This is why you need to sit down with a professional, man, because the stuff I'm talking to you, it's still like you're getting it a little bit, but the issue is your emotional development. But that's what you signed up for when you decide to be a single mother. Marry her father. Or, but don't be pawning your daughter off on your family members. That's not cool. Because, like it or not, man, when you run out into the world and you meet somebody, they're going to ask you who you are, what's your name, you got any kids? Uh-huh. Oh, I got a 3-year-old. Okay. They're going to be like, well, damn, it's midnight when you're a 3-year-old. Oh, she with her grandma. They'll be like, oh, she for the streets. That's the category. I'm like it or not. That's the category y'all fall in. Men don't have respect for women who are out partying, dropping their kids off their grandmothers. They're like, well, I can hit this in the bathroom real quick. Maybe we go to the Motel 6. They're not thinking about hotel. They're not thinking about weddings and futures. I'm being honest. Men don't think about women. because they look at what we look at what you do.
Yeah. Yeah.
So think about all of this, man. But seriously, I'm going to recommend that you. There's a website called BetterHelp.com.
Uh-huh.
You know, I personally think the Black community, we need a lot of therapy
Mm-hmm.
because we weren't even taught what we were supposed to do. We know how to have sex, argue, fight, break up. We don't even like each other. We're actually kind of hostile towards one another at this point. But at
I
this
don't like
point, man,
that.
well,
I don't like
they,
hostility. I don't like none of that.
well, I get it, man. But the reality is, at this point, at 27 with a 3-year-old, you may not like what I'm going to say, but it don't matter about what you like. It's time for you to grow all the way up.
Yes, Kevin.
Skip all the way up because here's what we haven't talked about. Man, anybody you bring your child around is a potential threat to you and your child. And if something were to happen to your child because you weren't grown all the way up and looking, you ain't gonna forgive yourself.
Mm.
But ultimately, this is not a game. Y'all are walking through life like it's a game because you're okay with it. Because my daughter has a roof over her head, she has food. She was sick, now she's well. I'm maintaining a child. That's fine, but it's not a game. So, all right, have a good evening, man.
You're 27. You already have a 3-year-old daughter. You say you want a husband. You say you want a family. But then, in the same breath, you say you're too young for a husband? Let me break this down clearly for you. You already started a family. You are not too young for marriage. You are already living the consequences of adult decisions. You've got a baby. You've had a relationship serious enough to bring life into this world. You are already in the deep end, sis. So the I'm too young excuse doesn't fly anymore. And let's talk about the man you chose. The father of your child was abusive, domestic violence involved, and you stayed long enough to have a child with him. Now there's no police report, no legal protection, but you expect the next man to come in and take on the risks and responsibilities that came from your decisions? Now you say you're looking for someone, but also too picky?